Hi and welcome to our tutorial about adding an application to WimAsAService. You can trigger any kind of application installation as long as it can be executed silently. It is very important that you first test out the silent installation with the required parameters offline on a test client of yours before you upload and create the application in WimAsAService. When you've tested your application and you're certain that it works, you need to create a zip file. When you create a zip file, it is very important that you create the zip file not of a folder like this, but you really need to create the zip file with the file that you're going to execute your MSI, your PowerShell script, your exe in the root of the zip file. So select everything that is on the same level as your file and create the zip file from here. When you've done that and you have your zip file ready, you can go to WimAsAService and log in. Once you logged in, there are two ways you can upload a new application. One way is over the form of an image type. You can go into an already existing image type and you can click the Add New Application button. The other way is you can go to Manage Applications, and here you also find the Add New Application button. Inside this form you can provide a manufacturer. In our example we take Microsoft. You can add a product name. Let's use AppV Client. You can enter a version of the application, and then there's the package version. The package version is the version of your package. If you need to recreate your package because you had to change some parameters, you can choose a higher version, and then you can see that there are different versions available for you. In this case, let's select this one. In terms of architecture, you can select between those three options. x64 is for applications that are only able to be installed under x64. Same thing goes for x86, and x99 in our terms describes a package that can be installed on both platforms and has installation sources for both platforms in it. In our case it's x64. In terms of the type, we have P for physical. Physical means MSIs, EXEs, PowerShell scripts, and so on. And the V stands for virtual. You can also install AppV packages or ThinUp packages. In our case, it's going to be an MSI, so we select P. Then you can choose one of the languages, or if the package is multi-language, you can select ML. All those options up here are only for documentary purpose. So it has no technical importance what you enter here. It's just for you to find your applications again. What is very important is the command line part. The command line part is specifying what WimAsAService is going to execute. There are different options. If you want to execute a Visual Basic script, you can do that with this command line. If you want to execute a PowerShell script, you could do it with PowerShell, execution policy bypass, no exit, file, and then the name of your PowerShell script file. If you have an exe that can be installed silently, you can also directly start that exe with its corresponding silent parameters. In that case, it is very, very important that you previously test it really good. You can also start batches directly with calling their name. In our example, installing an MSI, and for that we're starting the MSI exec with the I parameter, the name of the MSI, and then QN for quiet and no user interface. We're then providing information about our transform file, setting the reboot behavior to really suppress, and creating a verbose log file. At the bottom there's the comment section. Whatever comment you enter in here, you will see later on in the solution when you hover with your mouse over the name of the application. After you've finished filling out the form, you can click on the Select button, browse to your zip file, click on Open, and then you can click the Upload button. You'll have to wait till the upload is finished, and then you can click Save. Now, in the background, your application gets set up, and you'll be able to install it into your Vim files. All the examples for the command lines I showed you, you find in our wiki page, which you can access over the question mark button in the lower right corner. Thank you for your attention.